Hey Cancer, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. How you guys doing? I'm going to pull you guys some cards. I've already pre-shuffled. I'm going to shuffle a few more times and we'll get going. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as the Feminine's Mars and the Masculine's Venus. And today is January 2nd, 2020. And this is good for the first to second week of the month. For some of you, it will go longer than that. It may resonate with you later in the month as well. So let's see what's going on with you guys. For everyone watching, in the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill with only beautiful love and divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Cancer. Let's see what's going with you. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. So first card out for you guys. 3 of Pentacles. Put this up a little bit more. The challenge for you guys is the Moon. Foundation is the 5 of Swords reversed. What's in the recent past is the Sun. What's crowning in your now moment is the Ace of Swords reversed. And what's coming up for you guys is the King of Cups reversed. How do you see yourself? The Ace of Wands. And what's around you, or how others might see you, is the 8 of Wands reversed. What are the blocks that you might need to work on or clear is the Death card. And what do we have at the end here? We have the 8 of Swords. I do a little bit of a hangman configuration here at the end. So this card connects to what will be hanging in limbo at the end of this read, and it's the 10 of Pentacles. All right, so you go, that's connected to, and what's hanging is the 9 of Cups. That's not a bad card to be hanging in limbo on. And I also pull out another card for you guys, and it may be more than one card, just depending on what that card is. And the underlying energy is the 5 of Pentacles, and what's underneath is the King of Pentacles reversed, the Hanging Man. So I'm going to do a little bit of a backdrop here for you guys to see what's been going on. I'm going to start out with these guys here. Okay. So we have the 6 of Pentacles back here. Then we have the Hangman reversed there, and the King of Pentacles here. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles here. Okay. So there's been some kind of sharing, charitable giving, or settling out here that's out for discussion. And someone's escaping the box here. They found a way out. And the King of Pentacles is reversed, so he may have lost status in money or being a little greedy. But it's more about losing money here with the 5 of Pentacles card. Someone might feel destitute or just have lost some money, might have been exiled or kicked out of a group, any kind of thing like that. It could be discharged from the hospital as well. There could have been someone who's been having a lot of hospital visits who may have depleted your funds. But either way, it's about having been balanced and now being very unbalanced financially or in a practical way. Okay. It may have been that like you found a way out, but it might have been too late at that point. And the Queen, I'm going to bring her out too, just because the King of Pentacles is here too. So there's a King and Queen of Pentacles, so it very well may be because of a marriage here, either a breakup or 2 people who don't know how to budget their money. And so they've spent too much. I will be clarifying all these cards as well as pulling some oracle cards at the end for you guys. So you'll get plenty of information. So we're starting out feeling left out in the cold. Could feel abandoned, homeless. Could be could be fired, laid off, pushed out of a group because of news that may have come out. Or it's actually about maybe spending issues came out about you. So a group may have kind of pushed you out, whether it's work, church, home, friends, anything like that. But it definitely looks like because of overspending or greed. It could have led a couple to destitution. Or you just feel, it doesn't have to be money when you have pentacles. It's about time, money, effort. So it could have to do with practical issues, energy, may have hurt an ankle, that kind of thing. So let's see, why do we have the Five of Pentacles there in the underlying energy? So someone's been working too hard, so you might have hurt yourself working too hard, like a lot of burdens and responsibilities. This could be somebody who's got mental illness, or they've been over-isolating and now coming out about it. And then we have the Hangman Awakened as well, which is there in that underlying energy. All right, so someone finally saw the light about overworking and is finally coming out. That's that Jack in the Box, escaping the box finally. After over-isolating, overworking, and obviously over-isolating for some kind of reason, maybe after falling financially, working too hard, hurting yourself, and then in and out of the hospital, like I said, or just, you just couldn't do it anymore. So you had to retire, or you started having mental issues. Could be Alzheimer's coming on. Someone was forced to retire, or just forced to see the light. Maybe you were working too hard for other people. It was like slave labor, and you finally realized that it wasn't worth it. In the recent past, we have the Sun. Okay, so something was exposed. This could be fun and games. That could be competitions and having fun. It could be acting as well, but it also can be conflict and fights. But all of that was exposed. So it could be fights at work. This could be also falling short on energy, not able to keep up with what you used to be able to do. It could be getting played at work as well. Okay. Also can be besides falling short, it could just be holding back passions in general because of fighting or conflict going on. And this could be losing the game as well. We have the Sovereign here as well, the Nine of Pentacles. That's the single person who has everything they need, except for another person, unless they don't want another person, and then they're good. But this is either, the Sun is all about happiness, can be kids, exposure, just vacationing in the sun. It could be on vacation having a fight and falling short on energy, or having fallen off a horse on vacation, literally. It could be playing polo and falling off a horse. So if it's games, that could have happened. Somebody could have been horse racing as well and fallen. But either way, it's either about the sun and fun and vacations that maybe depleted you, right? You're destitute after vacation because you spent way too much money. Or it was exposed, your regular habits about spending money. Or being a player, right? On a quest to be the ultimate single person, right? Have it all and get your way. So that could be the kind of energy or that could be somebody around you as well. So we have Leo for sure in the main cards. We have Cancer. We have Scorpio. And we'll see what else comes up. And Virgo just came up in the clarifiers along with Capricorn. That can be Pisces as well. So the Foundation. Why do we have the Five of Swords guy reversed in the Foundation? We have the Knight of Swords reversed and the Hierophant. So it looks like, these are both reversed. So for me, when the Five of Swords is reversed, it's definitely about post-war. The war's over. But there's a big financial loss or energetic loss after the war. And this is somebody either holding their tongue or verbally abusive regarding a Taurus person, or it can be anything that has to do with commitments, whether it's marriage or contracts. This can be the patriarchy, the old boys club. Having to hold your tongue around that kind of energy that controls other people. Like I said, it can just be Taurus energy, it's like too, if you've lost to someone, you know, having to hold your tongue afterwards, like while they're still in power, like at work, if you didn't get your way, you didn't win, but you still have to do what they say. And after the war, don't forget, that's why people have PTSD, because your body doesn't recognize that the war's over. If you've been fighting for a long time, or if you've always lived like that, and all of a sudden you're not, it's a shock to the system, because your body's not used to it. So it takes a while for your body to realize the war's over. So you may still be at war even though the war is actually over. So like when the people around you are all back and doing their regular thing, you're still like thinking you're at war. So central energy is the Three of Pentacles. Why? Okay, and that definitely indicates for me a workplace. He's got a lot of logs on the fire there. The Four of Wands reversed and the Page of Wands reversed. For me, it's about instability, but about a move, about an end of a marriage, about going to stay at another. It could be traveling and visiting a friend's house. I was just getting Disney too with this roof here. That came up, doesn't usually come up for me at all. So Page of Wands reversed is someone who's inspired, or it could be a kid who's all over the place physically, right? They have way too much energy, or they could be frustrated, or someone who has temper tantrums all the time. Very unstable child. And that could be an adult child as well. Maybe you need to move a child who's got disability or some kind of mental issues that needs to go into a facility that can care for them, because it's just too much. You can't handle it yourself. It also can be people acting like kids at the job, fighting, and all of that has been exposed. Oh, just some instability with childish issues, fighting all the time, verbal abuse, temper tantrums. It could be family involved with the work as well. Trying to keep the home fires burning. The challenge is the moon. And now we have the sun and the moon with each other. So the moon has the Fool reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed. So this regards very foolish behavior. Some kind of falling on your face, falling from grace, lacking faith. But just tripping up, messing up, falling on your face, doing something risky that was obviously too risky and doing it anyway. Being drunk and hurting yourself on New Year's Eve. Or taking a risk with your money, a big gamble that wasn't smart at all. And this has to do with in the night time, maybe working too much at night and then hurt yourself because you're so depleted. We have these two guys coming up too, this is chronic suffering in silence, stress, crying at night, up. You know, it's basically a death walk, because you're not sleeping at all. You just keep going and going and going and going until you drop. And that's basically the energy here. You know, working 24 hours a day. Crowning here for you is the Ace of Swords reversed. So why is that reversed? Post-war and destitution. Working very hard, night and day and night. And then at the top there is one big lie. Or there's a big need for clarity about your situation. You could be a veteran and dealing with PTSD literally, but you could be also dealing with a split. Some kind of lie or divide. It could be divide at work as well. The Devil reversed and the Moon. This is about chaos for me and getting out, trying to get out of it by detoxing at night. Trying to unravel or decompress at night after all the craziness of the day. There could be a lot of addictions and codependencies here. It's like the big lie. What's the big lie? And having to detox that every night, day and night, like it's 24 hours a day, and stand up for yourself to others, standing your ground without reacting or being defensive, being in your knowing, or trying to keep to yourself so you don't have to keep defending yourself, right? Staying quiet to stay balanced and not telling people the truth. Could be here we have the Four of Cups, so it could be about grounding and integrating an offer of love that's been presented to you, or an offer for another job that you haven't told people at work about or your family about. So what's coming up soon is the King of Cups reversed, which can definitely be you. You could be the King or Queen of Pentacles reversed as well, but you're all reversed. Why is the King of Cups reversed here? Well, there's the Queen of Cups. So she's upright. So he looks like he's unhappy. King of Cups is very unhappy, but she's happy. Maybe she's just not happy by herself. But he's the one who looks... He may be the one with the addictions because he's reversed. He could be a drinker. He could be manipulative. He could be over-emotional. He could be emotionally detached. But obviously they're both unhappy for different reasons. And there's definitely disconnect. There we go. I mean, that's a very... This is like a twin flamey energy here, if not a deep soulmate. But we have a Two of Cups reversed with the Lovers. So there is energetic, a sexual connection here, but there's, you know, you're not able to see each other face to face. So this literally could be a karmic relationship over here with the King and Queen of Pentacles that's becoming this relationship, because the masculine actually has two different relationships, an energetic one and then his 3D relationship. So this Cancer, you see yourself as the Ace of Wands, which is that sexual energy. It's that quanta, you know, the life force energy. And it's about to ignite and take off. Yeah, that's how you feel you are, that you are the inspiration, that you are the force of life. So why do you have that Ace of Wands there? Right? So you are the caller to others of action, making the announcements. This could be a final judgment too. You could be seeing yourself as God, or just an angel of mercy, like someone who's always patient with others. The call to action, like I said, it could be a final divorce decree that's come in. It could be reveille at a funeral, and it could just be a general announcement or announcements made to others to help them wake up to peace and love, to the angelic realms. You see they both have the angel wings. Could be great Gabriel here. Right? You could be seeing your life as a gift from God right at this moment. And here you are as the King of Cups upright. So you're reversed here, but you're upright here, unless there's two different Cancer or water sign men. So that could be Scorpio or Pisces as well. But you are Cancer, so this definitely would be Cancer. If this isn't you, then that's somebody else, but I think it's probably the same person. It's just you on your own in this energy. This is you learning how to be your higher self, unconditional love. And this is in 3D, you having difficulty connecting with your twin. And what's around you. We had these two coming out too. I want to show you them before I go into the next one. This has to do with getting real about your emotional attachments, like letting go of the things you don't need. In dealing with a painful ending or betrayal, this could be back pain too, as well as back treatments. Or that it was very painful to let go of the things that you let go of, but you knew you needed to do it. But that was over here with these guys. Around you is that Eight of Wands reversed. Why? Eight of Wands reversed. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups reversed and the King of Swords. So that's about ending a family cycle, or literally ending a family. Could be a very unhappy family, but ending the cycle, or just ending an emotional cycle with the King of Swords. That could be a lawyer as well, helping. That could be a divorced lawyer. Or it can be someone who's not in their truth, who can be very cutting with their words. Could be liar as well. But that's someone holding their feelings back. So what came up in my read today for the Divine Masculine was, that when you hold your feelings back or you don't tell the whole truth, even though you don't really have a lie that you're telling, it makes other people think you are lying when you're being a little sneaky, and then they start making up things in their mind about what you're really up to, because they don't know what the truth is. So that's actually worse than you telling your truth, because then people may think even worse things about you, that when you're only just avoiding telling them something that you're insecure about yourself. So anyway, the Eight of Wands reversed is all about holding back feelings and expressions, holding back energy exchange, delays in communications or travel. So this, you may be igniting divorce proceedings. We have some more signs that have come out here. We have Gemini, we have Sagittarius and Aquarius. Scorpio, I'd said already, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus. Blocks that you have to deal with have to do with the Death card, which is transformation and change and allowing those changes. And here we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed. And this has to do with overworking or not working, or you're done aligning with your desires and work and it's time to go because you've overworked. It's time to dump that. You may feel pushed to your emotional limits at work and now you gotta go. So it's about allowing the changes, not clinging to the old, and allowing the changes to happen. Even if it means no work, right? You might need to not work because you're disabled now, or hurt yourself, or you're just too tired, you can't do it anymore, right? But don't resist the changes. If they're happening, it's for a reason, it's for your highest good. All right, the Eight of Swords at the end is feeling like you're in a prison of lies and split. You're in surrender in order to come together in a happier situation. You've given up. When you give up and surrender are different. If you're in a cage like that, and this girl in that card can walk out if she wants to, but giving up is staying in that cage. Surrendering, you'd not be in that cage. You'd be in free-flowing energy. So it's not giving up to the group. Not giving up. Just because the other three don't agree with you doesn't mean you're not right. This is my point. It looks like you're giving up because the majority rules. But you're still imprisoned because your way is the right way for you. Why are you letting three other people tell you what's best for you? That's what I'm getting. And then we have, and that could be somebody else too, that you're telling what to do, and they're listening to you instead of doing what serves them. We have the Chariot and then the Three of Pentacles. So again, this has to do with the workplace or some place of co-creation. And this group is using the Cancer energy to get them where they want to go at work. Because you let them. It's like you're letting them use you. You're the vehicle to where they need to go, and they can't do it without you, but it may not be what serves you, and that's why you're still feeling imprisoned. Or, whatever I say, it could be the other way around too. You could be the one using somebody else and imprisoning them. Why the Ten of Pentacles there after the Eight of Swords? All right, so the Ten of Pentacles, whether it's a family or institution or legacy, whatever it is the one who puts you in exile, or vice versa. And this is you returning or recovering in order to make magic happen with the High Priestess. So after being in exile, and it can even be with each other, now returning and knowing that you can do it. It's very interesting. Actually, the Magician and the High Priestess came up together in my Divine Masculine read today at the end. It's like they're coming out of being destitute. And that doesn't have to be financially. It can be emotionally, spiritually destitute. That would usually more be about the cups, but it can definitely be that when you're feeling out in the cold with nothing. So you're coming back with someone else, or just coming back in to learn how to, recovering for yourself, to learn how to use your abilities, your intuitive abilities, and make magic happen. Either to make that 10 of Pentacles happen, or to, if someone's going to use you, it's like you're going to use them right back. So you're using each other, so it doesn't really matter because it's a wash. And then we have the 9 of Cups, which is going to make you happy, or they're going to be happy. But it looks happy. It looks like it's happy going on into this. You have this really beautiful soulmate energy. It can be children or your actual soulmate. And this is a connection. This is like a twin too. This is like twin energy connecting in the 5D. Right? Or just dreaming of your soulmate or your twin or your children. But either way, it's that unconditional love relationship. And that's the sealed divine feminine. That's coming full circle. It's a wrap. That's what I'm getting here. It's a wrap. Like it's that 9 of Cups energies, like at the bar or at the end of a taping session where they say that's a wrap. That's all, folks. And the Queen of Wands is reversed here with the Knight of Cups going on being love without this energy. All right, so the card that came out after the 9 of Cups was the Emperor, and that was it for you guys. It's like you're back in control of your life, or this is that's somebody else in your life, right? There's definitely 2 sides to this situation. You're either on one side or the other. There's the King and Queen of Pentacles, who are both reversed, and the King and Queen of Cups. The King of Cups was reversed, but it could be a different water sign, or it doesn't even have to be a water sign at all. This has to be a water sign because you're Cancer. But this could be another person who acts like a water sign, but is not in their power right now. They're reversed, whether that's you or somebody else. This could be your shadow side too, your reflection. But there is a Queen of Cups there that looks like a very close bond, but there's some unhappiness between you. There's a disconnect, whether you're not able to see each other actually in person and you're just connected energetically, which would be like a twin connection. And then there's something up here coming out of it. You may have been working for these two. These two could be the same couple as these two, or these were a couple you may have been working with who were being slave drivers. And you had to wake up to being used. Surrender. I mean, someone might have actually gone to prison. This may actually be someone surrendered and went to prison, whether it's you or somebody else. And then here's the group happy about this person going to prison because they were the one causing all this war. And the group's happy, and then they can make a bold move to get back to work at that 3 of Pentacles. But there's a lot of 3s coming up here. And the 3 is in the middle of the read, so it definitely could be third-party interference or intervention. Interventions coming up, as well as third-party situation here. So like the first thing I said too, like this could be you with your karmic, or somebody else with their karmic, and then this could be you or that someone else with that third-party situation. I'm going to definitely pull some oracle cards for you. I want to clarify the Emperor real quick at the end to see where we are when we end this read. All right, there's definitely some injustice here with the Emperor stuck in their head about not being able to find peace with the situation. Feeling it's unjust, but you back in this Emperor's back in control. They could be the one who was slave driver, and they're upright, so I don't feel like they're in prison. But they do feel like something's unfair. We have the 6 of Wands upright going forward. Even though you're with injustice and no peace, you're still finding a way to get back up on the horse and deal with the grieving process, whether it's yours or facing someone you need to face in the grieving process who's been holding on because you haven't faced them. And that could be this disconnect here. The injustice of you guys not being able to come together before this. But I do see it coming together now. Then we end up at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which is here in the underlying energy. And before that was the war. So this is the same energy that's coming out here with the 5 of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Post-war, And here's the Page of Pentacles, which can represent the king, but it could be a child as well. Could be an opportunist. So the Queen of Pentacles could be represented post-war as an opportunist here, or someone who never learns their lesson. And then the King of Wands is just before that as well. All right. So those were just the underlying energies. I'm going to pull some of my oracle cards to give you some more information. So this is the Kipper deck. So for Cancer, what do we need to know? For everybody watching, best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? That fell out. So the journey, the hard work and labor, and then the imprisonment of it. The imprisonment of the journey. How hard you have to work. And there's some bad health also issues that are coming up because of that. But out of that, it's like it's the alchemization, the transforming of the nickel into gold. Taking all that was bad and making a fortune from it. Okay? The alchemization process. And the underlying energy is that despair with the main female. And that came out like that too in my read that I just did for the Divine Masculine. So there's some kind of thief energy here of distant horizons that were interfering between the main feminine and the despair of the masculine. It can also be the feminine's despair, especially for this Cancer reading. And then let's see, for the numerology deck, what do you have there? This is for Cancer. Cancer. All right. So what do we need to know for Cancer? January 2nd, 2020. Relationship change. Number 56, which is the Two of Swords. The being in your knowing, or pretending not to know, whichever side of the coin you're on there. And we have karmic completion as well. All right, so something you're finishing up, and there's definitely a relationship change here, whether that's within yourself or somebody else, but it definitely looks like there's other people involved in your relationships right now. And then underneath, the underlying energy is 7, which is the Chariot and personal growth, being really important. Then we have Romance Angels. Let's see, we have you there. For Cancer's romantic life, what do they need to know? What do they need to know? Cancer. January 2nd, 2020. Cancer. Take a deep breath, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay. We have it safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. You also have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay. The underlying energy is true love. Wow, this is coming up a lot on the bottom. This is a romance of a lifetime. Okay. There's definitely some romantic energy here. What else did I want to pull for you guys? Yeah, we'll do Metatron too, and that's it. I'm trying to keep these under 30 minutes, but obviously not really. So for Metatron, one last word of advice for Cancer, please. This is for Cancer, January 2nd, for the first half of January here, 2020. 2020 vision. This is for Metatron. What is the advice for Cancer? We have a new dawn. Welcome back. That's perfect for January. Number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, a turn for the better. You also have this card here, Silver, Warrior of Light. 30, which is Union, the Four of Wands. Okay. And one more that wanted to come out, 41, which is the Ace of Cups, Heaven and Earth, as above, so below. The Tree of Life. And you see the reflection in the water there? I want to show you something. And that's interesting. All of these are so similar. This one to come out, 2 endings. You are held, 45, which is that 5 of Cups. The bottom of the deck is red, and that came up in my Divine Masculine read as well, 55, which is the Ace of Swords, the truth, safety, strength, and power. Safety, strength, and power. Just as the reflection is here in the trees, you see here we have the 2 Kings of Cups. Okay. And did she come up anywhere else? And look at the colors here. I just want you to see this because all these came up together. They're all very similar energies. Let's see, with one. A new dawn, silver, as above, so below, and then endings. And they're very similar in color. Look at that. The peaches and golds. That's very much of the Christ light and the compassion energy, which is like the highest energy of all. Right? Beautiful. 10, 30, 41, and 45. Letting go of that third baton to finish the 4th quarter, which also came up with the masculine read today. So you might want to check out the masculine read. It may affect you. All right, Cancer. Make sure you get your water and your rest. Rise and be love. Okay? See you later.